In practice, I have a whole bunch of lasers, and we do hair removal, spider vein, photofacials, which I'll get into, micro laser peel. We have a brand new laser that we just got yesterday called the Profractional laser. It's really revolutionary, and a whole bunch of anti-aging treatments. So nothing glamorous about hair removal, but for people that have had it, they really appreciate not having to deal with the shaving aspects. And for those little teeny spider veins, those are easily treated. It takes about 15 to 30 minutes. Zap, 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 and the blood vessels are gone. So that's a pretty remarkable improvement from the upper here to the lower. Okay? Spider veins. For people that stand on their feet a lot, they tend to get those. And one thing that I preach with everybody, whether they're coming in for a surgical or a non-surgical consultation, is sunscreen and skincare. The sun is your enemy. You may have worshipped it in your 20s, but now you're hating it in your 40s. I get that all the time. And a lot of the things that we did when we were younger, slathering on the baby oil, the suntan oil, laying out in the backyard, just cooking, have caught up to us, okay? And we have treatments to help reverse those changes, but also getting you into a very good skincare program for the rest of your life. Sunscreen is something that a person should wear every single day, even when it's raining outside, and just get into the good habit of that. That will protect against the sun's damaging rays for the rest of your life. Then mentioning, so that skincare is always a big part of whatever I do. And then talking a little bit about lasers. I have several lasers that can help just kind of get rid of the dead skin layer. You've heard of the term exfoliation. Well, lasers take exfoliation to the nth degree, and we can adjust it to however much time and whatever you need. So if a person says, hey, I've got 1 week to recover, make my skin look as good as it possibly can look in 1 week. And no bottle of lotion can do that, right? So I can adjust the laser to give them 1 week of recovery with a very, very significantly noticeable improvement in their complexion. Brown spots, age spots, dull complexion, fine lines and wrinkles. This laser is fabulous for that. Here's an example. Just had a laser treatment around her eyes. We've introduced a new laser called the Profractional laser, which is even an advance on the existing lasers, and it's probably between this Profractional laser and the one that I showed you before is absolutely the most cutting-edge laser available ever for skin rejuvenation. This can actually go 10 times deeper than the laser before, but actually have a shorter recovery period. So it's profound advancement in laser technology. This has been on the news. Just last week on the Today Show, this type of laser was featured. It's a revolutionary laser for facial rejuvenation. This lady had lots of lines around her lips, didn't like, and 1 or 2 treatments to go from there to there. And that's not to say that you can't have it on your whole face, but if you have target areas around the eyes or lips from all the sun damage. This lady had a lot of pigmentation on her skin, and 1 treatment. And that probably took her 5 days to recover. She had some pinkness on her skin afterwards, but clearly could wear makeup. So the lasers that are available today are wonderful. This gentleman, terrible sun damage, from there to there. When people would meet him, I'm sure they were looking at all those spots. That's not terribly attractive, and he's so much happier. So that's an example of the Profractional laser I was mentioning, one that can go 10 times deeper. So from there to there in 1 week. Pretty profound. There are other lasers called photofacials or IPL or intense pulse light treatments, which are no downtime. You can, it does 3 things. Number 1, it gets rid of brown spots. Number 2, it helps shrink pore size. And number 3, it gets rid of red broken capillaries. IPL photofacial treatments usually done in a series of somewhere between 3 and 5. Walk out the door 20 minutes after having it, go right back to work. It's pretty amazing stuff. And we do an awful lot of that. On the décolleté area, as the spring and summer are approaching and those strapless dresses are coming out to help get rid of some of that sun damage. And this is also really great on the backs and hands. As I mentioned, you can't hide your hands unless you're going to wear gloves outside. Those are just to get rid of some of the age spots, and the filler can help rejuvenate how the texture is. So it's pretty confusing. It's kind of like when you walk up to a makeup counter or a skincare counter at Macy's, there's just so many to choose from. I sympathize with you, and hopefully this talk was a little preview of what's out there for you, but I don't really expect you guys to become experts in this 30-minute discussion, and that's really why I feel a consultation, let's sit down and talk about it, or any surgeon or provider that you discuss with will be able to help say, oh, this isn't going to work for you, this is great for you, those kind of things. So, anyhow, I wanted to let you know that we do have a booth outside here on the left from my laser spa. We're giving a raffle here of some great skincare products, a chemical peel for your skin, and a customized skincare evaluation. And for people, here's one of the benefits of attending today is that you can get $75 off at our office here in Manteca or in Pleasanton of either a Botox or a filler, and then I'd be happy to meet with you and kind of customize a skincare plan. And I just wanted to summarize and say, remember, you never get a second chance at a first impression. And thank you very much for your time today, and appreciate the organizers of today's event. You can refer to my website. So we may have a few minutes here if there are any questions possibly from the audience, or I'll be available throughout the day here. Yes, Annette? Can you speak up a bit? Toward a thermage treatment? Sure. Thermage treatments cost more than the Botox and fillers do. So, but yeah, you can apply that however you want. Any other questions? Well, it varies on the parts that you're having treated. So the eyes, the chin and neck, the whole face, or the abdomen. So typically they're about $1,200 for each segment. The abdomen is a much larger area and is appropriately priced. Another question up here? Yes. Yeah. No, you just go back to the way you were. Yeah, there's nothing negative with these products. They just kind of wear off, and then the lines that you were trying to fight and keep away will come back. Good question, though. I get that a lot. All right. Any other questions? Okay. Well, thank you very much for your attention today.